ISPW Weekly's going live.
Previously on ISPW Weekly.
We just got these tag team titles back, and Rick and myself have shared the ring with Bulldog Pittman and Kenny Bengal in our own lanes, in other places. So we know exactly what they're capable of. They are great athletes, they are great competitors. But Rick and I plan on going on the tag team title run of our lives. A run that we weren't able to do before because Total with Tom prevented it from happening.
It's episode 78, and I kid you not, it's the biggest weekend in ISPW for 2026. Two shows this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and Total with Tom needs help this evening. So why not bring in a co-host? The co-host for this evening, Senior Referee Pat Savino. He's been with us before. He's with us again right now. Pat, thank you for joining us on ISPW Weekly.
My pleasure to be on ISPW Weekly, Tom. With you, not so much, but everybody else is great.
All right, let's get into it right now. Big weekend for our first guest. Huge. Two tremendous matchups, Saturday and Sunday. He is none other than former ISPW heavyweight champion. The Revolver himself is with us tonight. It's been a while since we've had him. Alex Ryman.
Good evening, boys. How are we?
How's it going, champ?
It's going all right.
I brought out the heavy guns tonight. Pat is with me. We have a huge show tonight. You have a huge weekend.
Huge weekend is an understatement. Two of the biggest matches of my career so far.
Let's hear about it.
Saturday night, I got WCW legend Crowbar. And Crowbar is one of the few guys, I think he's one of two guys that have ever wrestled in WWF, AEW, TNA, WCW, ECW, New Japan. He's literally done it all. But there's one thing he's never done before. He is 0-1 against the Revolver, 0-1 against myself. I plan on making that 0-2. Sunday, Sparta, New Jersey, literally minutes away from my home. I get Richard Holiday, one of the fastest up-and-coming stars in the indie scene today. And this will be a first-time matchup, someone I've been looking forward to working with. It's someone who is one of the most talented wrestlers in the world today. It's definitely going to be a test of my own skills.
Are you sure you're preparing for this, Alex? Because I got to be honest with you. I have
Total
people.
Thomas, I've been here for less than a minute. You've already started insulting me.
Well, here I have a good reason. I mean, check this out. I mean, you're at a diner.
Oh, man,
what is this? You're on News 12. You're hanging out with somebody with a bloody axe and a bag over his head. You're having a grand old time. What did he want? An autograph or something?
That was a business deal, all right? Sometimes you got to, hire some people to do some work. He was painting houses.
All right, enough of that. So, again, yeah, you mentioned about Crowbar. He is the answer to that trivia question, and it does come up a lot. The thing that I'm wondering is what kind of Crowbar are we getting? The last time we saw him was in Hackettstown last year. You, of course, remember that night. Crowbar had a steel cage match with Danny Moth, brutal match between the two. We have not seen him since. And I know he's gone through a little bit of a transformation. I've seen him in ACW in Poughkeepsie, New York. What do you know of Crowbar's current status and what kind of competitor you'll be facing this Saturday?
I think in the last few months, probably the last 6 months with Crowbar, we've seen a darker, more unhinged, a more mentally unstable individual, which is fine, which is perfect, because for the last 6 months, maybe myself, I've gone a little soft. Maybe it's time to get down and dirty in the trenches. Maybe it's time to start gouging eyeballs again and raking backs myself. If he wants to throw hands, I can throw hands with the best of them. I'm not scared of anyone.
Pat?
Well, I've had the honor of refereeing both Crowbar and Richard Holiday separately. As you said, two of the best competitors of all time. Crowbar with over 30 years of experience, and he was the timeless one for a while. But as you said, Tom, he is reverting back a little bit to his original Crowbar days from WCW. A little bit more unhinged, a little bit more unpredictable. It's really hard to tell with Crowbar what exactly he's going to bring to the table every time, and you never know what he's going to pull out of that big deep bag of tricks that he has.
Let's for a minute, let's talk about that name, Timeless. He wants to run around calling himself Timeless. Yes, you've been doing this for 30 years. Congrats. Not a lot of people have that longevity to wrestle at such a high caliber in which Crowbar has wrestled in. But 2025 has taught me some of the most important lessons inside and out of this ring. No one, and I mean no one, is actually timeless. Everyone has an hourglass, and it does not refill. It only depletes. And a lot of people may not know, Saturday will be my 12th year wrestling. It'll be the 12 years since my first match. And now, one of the biggest matches I've had to date. I plan on making a statement because I'm not delusional in thinking that I'm timeless. I'm a realist and knowing that time is running out. And I need to make a statement. And 2026 is the Revolver's Redemption Tour. And I'm going to be your 3-time ISPW heavyweight champion. And that starts with someone who thinks he's timeless.
Pat, I know you've been in the ring.
Well, congratulations, first off, on hitting the 12-year mark. Definitely a veteran in our locker room at this point. But I want to jump ahead a day and talk about Spartamania coming up, because Richard Holiday, as you said, one of the biggest up-and-comers of the last year or two on the scene, and another one with a very deep bag of tricks. We do have to watch out for his signature move.
As I said in my promo earlier this week, Sparta, New Jersey is literally minutes away from the Shades of Death Road. And there are some house rules when stepping into my home. You wipe your feet before you enter. And when I tell you to, without question, without argument, you reach for the revolver, and just maybe, I'll show some remorse when I beat you.
Hey, Pat, I wanted to say that you have seen Richard Holiday up close over the last 3-4 years here at ISPW. Can you tell us firsthand his transformation into the independent superstar that he's become?
I mean, Richard Holiday is doing everything right that professional wrestlers should do. He is literally right now a blueprint of what a lot of up-and-comers should be aspiring to be, getting himself onto all forms of social media. Everyone knows who he is, even if they're not familiar with professional wrestling. He has so many followers at this point that aren't even wrestling fans that follow him because of everything that he does and all the videos he puts online. And everything that man says, he can back up in the ring. Not taking anything away from the Revolver, I am very curious myself as to see who is going to come out on top of this one.
And the fans are as well.
I want to piggyback off that. You are correct. Richard Holiday has one of the strongest online presence. You know, he has a following, and as you said, people that aren't even professional wrestling fans follow Richard Holiday, and that's great and all. But at some point, the bell rings, and that social media presence means nothing. All that means is that when I stand over you and defeat you, a larger audience will see me get my hand raised.
There you have it, guys. This weekend, 2 huge matches for the Revolver Alex Ryman. He's got Richard Holiday and Crowbar. I can't think of 2 tougher challenges in one weekend. Wish you the best of luck, Alex, and thank you for coming on ISPW Weekly.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. I'll see you there this weekend.
Pat, I want to bring something up. Look at this. It says, happy birthday.
I appreciate it, Heather. Yep, just turned 21 again with 29 years of experience being 21. So looking forward to what the next year brings me.
All right. I got who's who of people in the green room right now. Let me just bring on somebody who said they had something they wanted to talk about immediately. Look who it is, guys.
Hola, amigos. Hola, ISPW Weekly. Hola, Pat Savino. Feliz cumpleaños, Pat Savino. What's up, Tom? How you doing?
Yeah.
El
Hey,
Magnifico, how are you, my friend?
Ay, bueno, pero it could be a little bit better. Could be a little bit better.
What's going on?
I'm going to show them what you're talking about, okay? So we had Friday Night Thunder last week. Or wait, is it Friday Night Lightning? What is it? Lightning. Okay.
Lightning always comes before the thunder, Tom.
Yeah.
I want to show you the end of the match between El Magnifico and Trey Felipe. All right. It's a quick clip. So don't blink. That wasn't it. Hold on. Why was that on there? These people, Esmeralda, why are you putting video of me getting misted by Yosifer on here? This is ridiculous. Hold on a second. It's ridiculous. Is this it? Let's see. That was it. And in case you missed it, let's watch it one more time. And I'm not throwing any shade at you, Pat, because you were not the referee. But let's look at it one more time. All right, so obviously his feet were on the ropes.
Todo for once, I kind of agree with you on this one. I don't know what happened there. It just blows El Magnifico's mind. ¿Qué pasó? What happened?
Magnifico, I can tell you from experience, referees are human. From looking at that clip, I did not see it when it happened live, or I would have come out to the ring and restarted the match. But it's obvious from the camera angle that the referee was not looking at everything. He's watching your shoulders, making sure that they are down, so he's doing his job there. But a referee needs to be aware of all of his surroundings. It is very clear that your foot was on the rope. You do have a legitimate gripe.
See. And it just bothers El Magnifico because he's always wanted this match with Trey Felipe. Trey Felipe, the fresh lead. He's a man of honor. El Magnifico knows it. And El Magnifico had a little more left in the tank. He had just enough. He couldn't kick out with the shoulders, but he was able to use his brain, his cabeza. He was able to use his head and use the rope. But that was cut short. So now...
So, listen, if I was your manager, I would stop crying. You know what I would do? I would do something about it. Here's your shot. Do something about it.
Senor Todobotan, you think El Magnifico's crying? No. In fact, what he's doing, he is throwing the gauntlet. What he's doing is issuing a challenge for Senor Felipe. Mano y mano. Uno más. One more time. We go again. Trey Felipe versus El Magnifico. The Freshly versus El Técnico Supremo. But this time, no more shenanigans. This time, we settled it like men.
That's what I'm talking about. Good job. Good job.
I like it. I'm going to take that to ISPW Commissioner Rob Williams. I think we can definitely arrange that. I'm going to throw this out there. How would, since what happened the last time, what if we do this match with no rope breaks?
Oh, es muy interesante. Mexico likes, and he will add that to the gauntlet that has been thrown.
Wow. Fans, you've heard it here. Pat Savino throwing the gauntlet down. I just can't wait for this match to be announced. It has to be announced by Tommy Fierro, obviously, of ISPW. checking out some of the comments here. Hope you got your first alcoholic drink. Happy 21st, Pat. Oh, my goodness. This show has the energy. Thank you, Heather. And Lenny is in the house. I'm going to keep you on for a second now, Magnifico, because a couple other things happened this past weekend in Woodland Park. And Pat, I'm going to need your assistance on this as well. So just bear with me. Esmeralda, can I have the footage? All right, there's some footage here that I want to show that happened after Friday Night Lightning. Pat, Friday Night Lightning?
Friday Night Lightning.
All right, here it is.
We just got.
That's not it, Esmeralda. Hold on, guys.
Hey, Dios mío, señor.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, for some strange reason, I was not able to attend tonight's event. I was on assignment, but I found these three eggheads outside, and I figured we'd at least find out from them what happened tonight at ISPW.
Well, there's still a champion, Brendan Downey. Beat Rico Gold, no problem. Easy win for him.
Via disqualification with two new knuckleheads coming in. No idea who they are.
Yeah, Playboy Paulie and the Gambler Thomas or something, what his name was.
Well, we'll have to get them on ISPW Weekly then. Thank you, gentlemen. That's what I want to talk about. There was a great match between Brandon Downey and Rico Gold, and then this happened. I don't know who that is, but he's grabbing Brandon Downey's leg, okay? And then the next thing I know, another guy comes into the ring and clotheslines Rico Gold. Now, I caught the name of one of them, Playboy Paulie, and the other one, Ty Thomas, who I have heard his name before in the independent scene, most recently at UWA, a promotion down in South Jersey. Pat, your thoughts on who the heck these people are?
From what I've been made to understand, they have both signed a contract with ISPW. To correct the fan there, Brandon Downey is still the light heavyweight champion, although he did not win the match. Threw the match out, no contest, because both competitors were attacked. So it's not a disqualification in that case. But what happened afterwards, I couldn't tell you, because one of them very unceremoniously grabbed me by the shirt and threw me out of the ring to the floor as well. So they're definitely trying to make some kind of a statement here in ISPW. And I can't wait till we get back to Woodland Park and find out what these guys are here for and who they're going to challenge first.
El Magnifico, I don't know if you got a chance to see the last man standing match between Ricky Price and Buddy Thomas, but it was brutal. Ricky Price came out the winner, and I just want to show you guys some pictures. Now, this is from the winner. Okay, I don't know if you can see his back, but I'll give you a closer look.
Ay, Dios mío.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
Ricky took a beating with the umbrella from Buddy Thomas, but Ricky had his own umbrella and was able to choke Buddy out. Your thoughts on that match? I don't know if you had a chance to see it. Oh, Magnifico.
The bits and pieces that I saw, ay, Dios mío, they had a war. Those two just went back and forth, back and forth. The moment both umbrellas were pulled out, and they just went ahead and just had a sword fight unlike any other. Ay, Dios mío. It was mucho loco. Boy, and seeing the battle scars afterwards. Now, I know Buddy Thomas is a very, 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 very dislikable man. Pero, I must admit, he did bring the fight, and he proved himself. Same goes for Ricky Price. Both men, they showed that they are luchadores in the eyes of El Magnifico.
All right, thank you for being on the show this week, El Magnifico. Something has just happened that's gonna take my attention away for a minute. So, Pat, I'll just see you later, okay?
That's the best news I've heard all day. Toto Atom is gone, and looks like we have the former ISPW two-time heavyweight champion, former tri-state champion, and current tag team champion, Rick Recon. Welcome to ISPW Weekly.
How you doing, Pat? What? Where'd the little jackass go?
I have
I'm
no
used to him being
idea.
in the corner here and just talking trash, running his mouth. So, um, is this gonna just be you and me, Brandon, about this, or did he decide to just leave? He can't even be on the same screen as me.
It, I mean, after everything that he's put you through the last couple of weeks and a couple of months, I don't blame him for hiding. Um, but let's talk about this coming weekend. Two big tag team battles for you and Eric Corvus as the new reality. Let's start Saturday night in Clifton High School with a 6 o'clock p.m. start. You've got Kenny Bagel and Bulldog Pittman, the Silk City Kings. What are your thoughts?
I mean, Silk City Kings are. I tell you what, they've been a very underrated tag team, criminally underrated. They're the kind of tag team that they're so good, but they didn't have the right opportunities or timing, and they're just now hitting that. And they're so good, they're so smooth, and they're either one of them. Wrestling them individually is that's enough of a task. Together, it's like wrestling two of the same people. Their chemistry is just they know exactly what they're doing. And that it's a challenge. It really truly is a challenge. Probably one of the best tag teams that we've gone up against so far. You know, however, it seems to me and Eric just always come out with the win no matter what. Even if it's a tag teams that have been together for longer and have teamed more and longer, we still are able to make it happen because that's what we do. You know this. That's what we do. It is I don't know what it is about us that it just clicks and it happens. Because he's like
I've seen you guys do it time and time again, both when you had Toto Tom at your side, and in my opinion, even better now that you've kicked him to the curb. But to switch it up to Sunday afternoon, excuse me, March 1st at 3 p.m. at Sparta High School, completely different style of team that you're facing with the Rad Dad and the Papa Bear, the stepdads. How do you and Eric prepare for two completely different styles of teams like that within 24 hours of each other?
the only thing you can do is you have to have your you study your opponents obviously, you watch what they do, you study tape, all that, you experience. But they are two different styles. However, we have our style, and our style works. Our style is what has brought us these twice, and they're. I've never been across the ring from either one of them. I know that they've been around for a while, but if somebody's gonna try to put me over their knee and smack my ass, it's not gonna happen. So I don't. So that's the thing. That's the problem I think with these guys is they wanna get more laughs than wins. I'm not here to make anyone laugh. If they do, great. I'm not here to make anyone laugh. I'm here to make myself and Eric Corvus better and better and better tag team champions. I'm here for the win. Period.
Uh, I love hearing you say that. And since he has vacated the premises for a second, how has life as a tag team been for the new reality since you've both dumped Toto Tom?
I think honestly, it's streamlined a lot of things. When we had him with us. It's we had numbers and the numbers game, but we were actually we were trying to use that. We were really going the straight and narrow. Code of honor, which is something that I had abandoned for a while. We've talked about this, but I said it doesn't matter. Wins a win's a win. But that ends up being very hollow when you're in a balloon and there's no one with you. And that's where it was headed. It was just about there. And so yes, it was good having him in a sense, but it was also extra baggage. It was extra baggage because it was his own stupidity and bumbling would cost us matches, or his need to put himself into the match to interfere when we told him leave it alone, because he had to be in there. It messed a lot of things up. So it's me and Corvus. So it's two guys on the same exact page. that want the same exact thing, and we're the ones that are in the ring. You know, Tom, he's on the outside. Yes, he's with us, but he's down by the apron, by the stairs. We're in the ring. This is our time. This is our ring. So we have that completely different mindset, and I think that this is going to be the run of runs for tag team champions as far as ISPW is concerned.
Well, it's great to see the both of you holding those straps. I know they're heavy. I've held them over my head multiple times, and I get a workout every time I do.
I know. I see your shoulders is built up. You hold them up, man, every time. They are. Yeah, these are truly the heaviest belts on the independents. I would put that up against, and over heavyweight titles, I would put that up against just about anybody. Anybody's titles, pretty much.
So it will be the New Reality, Rick Recon, and the Matt Mechanic, Eric Corvus, taking on the Silk City Kings this Saturday night, February the 28th, starting at 6 p.m. at Clifton High School. One day later, just a little bit down the road at Sparta High School, with a 3 p.m. start, a Sunday afternoon show. The New Reality takes on the Stepdads, the Rad Dad, and the Papa Bear. Tickets are available at ispwwrestling.com. Let's see if we can bring Toto with Tom back in here. Toto with Tom, are you there?
I only come on when the new ISPW Tag Team Champions show up. Pat, have you had the pleasure? Pat, have you had the pleasure?
I have had the pleasure of meeting the Rad Dad and the Papa Bear before.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bradley, Wade,
Pat's
good to
pleasure.
see you both.
Yeah.
Well, I have to properly introduce them. Your next ISPW Tag Team Champions, the Stepdads. Welcome to ISPW, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us, Tom.
You are absolutely right, Tom, and I am in a bad mood tonight.
I'm in a
Did
pretty
you hear
good
that,
mood.
Wade? Did you hear that? He said that we are just coming for laughs. We're just there for laughs.
Yeah, you know, I feel like Rick Recon's kind of overlooking us. Maybe because he hasn't faced us before. Maybe he doesn't know. But you know, I'm fine with that because we're coming in Sunday fresh, and he's got to wrestle twice. Like I hope he overlooks this. I hope he comes in Sunday not prepared at all, coming off another match, think it's going to be an easy Sunday, because it's not. It's absolutely not. You see, I'm wearing the Hawaiian shirt. They say dress for the weather you want, not the weather you have. Well, if it's going to keep snowing around here, we're going to take those new belts and we're going to take them down to Margaritaville in Key West and have a proper celebration.
Oh, I love being underrated. I love being underrated because when we wrestled the shot callers, we tried to be nice. We tried to do it the nice way. And look what happened. They left with the championships, and it's taken this long for us to get another shot. No more Mr. Nice Dads. Not at all. And the fact that this is happening at the Sparta High School, it's very fitting, a place of authority, a place where the stepdads reign supreme. And we will walk out the ISPW Tag Team Champions. We will make history March 1st.
Pat, you have to admit.
I think you're both overlooking the Silk City Kings, because the New Reality is putting the titles on the line on Saturday night against the Silk City Kings. It'll be pretty much whoever wins that match that takes on the Stepdads on Sunday at Sparta Mania, because you guys do have a contract for a tag team championship match. It's not necessarily against the New Reality. That's who the champs are right now. But you guys could very well be facing the Silk City Kings. How would your strategy change depending on who walks out of Clifton High School as the tag team champions?
See, here's the thing, Pat. It's you don't change your strategy depending on the opposition. We're going to go in there. We have our game plan, and whoever we're up against, we have a plan, and we stick to that plan. And that's what has made us so successful over the years as a tag team.
He's right. He's right. There's a reason we've been a tag team for 10 years, multiple championships across the Northeast and New England. And I can already tell that those ridiculous ISPW fans are going to boo us, and for some reason they're going to cheer for Corvus and Recon, who they didn't even like, 6-8 months ago. All of a sudden, they're going to cheer for them and boo us. I don't care. I don't care. I have one person in my mind that I care about, and that is my stepson. So whatever happens at this event, whoever we beat for those titles, it doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter who. All that matters is that Sunday night, I go home and I present that championship belt to my stepson, and I'm his hero. Papa Bear is his stepdaughter's hero. Those are the only people that matter in our lives. Our stepsons, our wives, our families. Everyone else can get to the back of the line because we're going to be the champs for a long, long time. That's why we call it the Daditude Era.
That's right, Pat. And how smart are the stepdads? They're not wrestling on Saturday. They're wrestling Sunday. So it doesn't matter if the New Reality or the Silk City Kings show up on Saturday. It's a back-to-back night, and that very rarely happens in the indie circuit. It's happening this weekend, and I can bet you any amount, Pat, that the Silk City Kings or New Reality will not be leaving this weekend with those tag team titles.
Toto and Tom, it sounds like you're insinuating that you are going to be in the corner of the stepdads this coming Sunday. Is that your plan right now?
I don't understand where you're coming up with that. They wanted to come on ISPW Weekly to talk about the match on Sunday, and that's what I do. I bring guests on to talk about the upcoming ISPW events. I did need your help this evening, Pat, because there's a lot of guests on here, and I thank you for that. But I don't appreciate what you're insinuating right now.
Interesting. I guess we'll see. We'll just have to wait to see what happens at Spartamania. Rad Dad and Papa Bear, I wish you both the best of luck in your quest to become the ISPW Tag Team Champions this coming Sunday, starting at 3 p.m. at Sparta High School.
We'll be there. And really quick, before we go, I just wanted to say, I wish Toto Tom luck in his match with Rick Recon coming up. Tom, I just want to say, I think it's so generous how you're willing to wrestle Recon with one arm tied behind your back to give him a fair chance. It's really the fairest thing you could do.
It's the other way around, Wade. It's the other way around.
No, he doesn't need both arms to beat Recon. It's clearly
he doesn't, but Recon's arm's gonna be behind his back. You see?
So Tom's gonna win twice as fast then.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Well,
I mixed it up. I thought you were doing him. Sure.
Here's the thing.
I mean, if he wants to lose, I guess that's on him.
No. Once we beat the New Reality, if they're still the champions, either way, they're going to get their butts handed to them at some point this weekend. And Antonio Tom's going to walk in and pick up the scraps. And by the way, Pat, I already look forward to you handing us those championship belts on Sunday. I'm going to absolutely love that moment. Maybe we'll take a photo together at the end,
A photo op would be great. Yeah.
Yep. And for you, only $5.
Hey, that's a good deal.
Oh, I get the brother rate. Cool.
Well, the father. What? Hey, you know what I mean.
Gentlemen, I will see you both. I will see you both on Sunday. Thank you for being on ISPW Weekly. The Stepdads, your next ISPW Tag Team Champions. How do you do this, Pat? Oh, okay. Wait. Okay.
Push the button. Right. Good.
Yeah,
good.
I got it. All right. Let's check out some of the comments before we continue on. I don't know what that means. Well, let's get that one off. Hold on. I don't like these comments, Pat. If these guys are stepdads, Toto Tom is the crypt keeper. All right. Esmeralda, can you screen these, please, before I put them up? Let's point out that Alex Ryman is facing Crowbar on Saturday and Richard Holiday on Sunday. That's big time doo-doo. Yeah, I mean, we already mentioned that. Yeah, I mean, it's a big weekend here at ISPW. Pat, let's show the fans the card we got Saturday. Here it is, Pat. It's called Mustang Mania. And don't forget, you can get your tickets at ispwwrestling.com. This will be at Clifton High School. It's a 6 o'clock bell time. Okay. But the doors open at 5. And in your main event, as you can see, it's for the ISPW Heavyweight Championship, Vargas versus Ray Kalitri. Before I go any further with that, I want to bring to light something. Last night on the BCP Plus webpage, okay, Vargas and Ray Kalitri were with General Manager Rob Williams. I'm just going to play a snippet from that show right here.
Everyone wrestles to have a 5-star match. Everyone wrestles to be the match of the night. Everyone wrestles to appease the fans. I wrestle to be better than you for 3 seconds. That's the difference between me and everyone else.
You guys can watch this entire interview between Vargas and Ray Kalitri on the BCP Plus. Go to their website. They're on YouTube. They're also on Facebook. And this is it's not the best representation of where to find Rob's show, but this is like the beginning of it right here. So if you see this, then you know you reached the right spot. It's the BCP Plus on YouTube as well as Facebook. And he had Vargas and Ray Kalitri on last night. Some of the other matches, Pat, well, first of all, we can't not mention the fact that former ISPW Commissioner Tito Santana is going to be in attendance, as well as former WWE and ECW star Dawn Marie. The other big matches.
Very
this
rare
is
appearance for Dawn Marie. She doesn't come around too often anymore. So any old school ECW fans, this is the one you want to come out to meet Dawn Marie.
This match, it's being run back, Pat. It's Joe Clean and Anthony. They've been at it for a couple of years now. Once part of All Purpose Tag Team Champions, and since that became No Purpose, according to Anthony, they've been going back and forth with the Tri-State Championship, and Joe Clean will be defending his Tri-State Championship against Anthony. Not only will he be defending it on Saturday, but if you look at Sunday's card, he's right back at it again with Anthony. So we could have a situation here where Anthony wins the title on Saturday, and then Joe Clean wins it back on Sunday. Getting back to the Saturday card.
Anything can happen.
Yes. Getting back to the Saturday card, we have Yosifer taking on Justin Carino, LSG against Ryan O'Neal, who has been in ISPW before. Of course, the New Reality putting their tag team titles on the line against the Silk City Kings. And then somebody who is making his return, I think, after a 3-year absence, Nikos Ricos is taking on the freshly Trey Felipe. If you haven't seen Nikos Ricos wrestle, come out. He is one of the top stars in the independent scene. And then now let's go to Sunday, Pat. Sunday, I mean, as if it isn't crazy enough, now we're going to have a 4-way match for the heavyweight championship. So it's like no matter who wins on Saturday, they're putting that title right back on the line the following day. You got Vargas, you got Kalitri, you got Carino, you got Yusufer. Who do you see, Pat, with the advantage on Sunday?
I mean, there is no champion's advantage in a 4 corners match. You could lose the title and not even be part of the decision. If Yusufer is able to catch Carino, then, Vargas loses his title. It's not the best of circumstances. Like I said, he loses that champion's advantage. That one is a pick'em. I mean, it all comes down to being in the right place at the right time. There's no way to predict a winner in that match, at least in my opinion.
The New Reality against the Stepdads. We have Brandon Downey putting his light heavyweight title on the line. And I can't read the first name, but the last name is Santi. Can you help me out with that, Pat? Do you know Santi's first name?
I cannot see that either, no.
All right. It's a newcomer to ISPW. Brandon Downey doesn't care who he's wrestling. He just puts his title up on the line. Richard Holiday against Alex Ryman. Ricky Price against B-Dip Daza. And then we have Kayla Lopez making another return to ISPW. She was at the Glitter Rumble a few weeks ago. She'll be taking on Vicious Vicky Venuto. That is a 3:00 start on Sunday. Now, we also have a big event happening in a couple of weeks in Hackettstown. I have this poster right here, which I guess
Hackettstown has been very good to us for the last couple of years, and it's going to be good to us again. The Olympic hero Kurt Angle, WWE Hall of Famer, will be live taking pictures, signing autographs for the fans, as will a couple of other Hall of Famers as well. Tito Santana, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. But the match I'm looking forward to mostly that night is going to be Toto with Tom finally stepping into the ring against the heavy metal hitman Rick Recon. Now, Recon will have one hand tied behind his back, but in my opinion, Tom, one hand is all he needs to wipe the mat with you.
Well,
and we have the return of the Phoenix GKM that night. After
Of course.
over a year sidelined with a knee injury, the Phoenix finally flies once again, coming up on March 13th in Hackettstown.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because it's a full circle moment here at ISPW. If you recall, last year in Hackettstown, GKM relinquished his ISPW Heavyweight Championship to Bret the Hitman Hart, and now he's back in ISPW. And one of the last things Bret Hart said was that GKM would have a title shot immediately upon his return. Now, I don't know what kind of pull Bret Hart has in ISPW. I mean, we'll see, but I think GKM has to put a few wins under his belt before he gets that type of opportunity. Some comments, I'm just looking at them. Will Tom be releasing the Len Esmeralda? I mean, you got to look at these, okay? Please. First, Nikos, more Timu. I don't know what's going on here. Here's one. Joe, who's that? Joe Bracco.
That's Joe Clean.
Who's the B player? What is all this like code? I don't understand this.
So one of our fans having a little fun there, Joe Clean, and he's referring to Anthony there as the B player as opposed to the A player. I wonder if Anthony, I'm sure he's going to have his personal assistant, Angel Reyes, with him, but I'm sure Joe Clean's going to bring out his mop, his spray, and his gloves. And if the A player's assistant tries to get A involved, then I think Joe Clean's going to send that A packing back to the dressing room.
Speaking of Angel Reyes, I want to play this for you right now.
You see, people, that's how it's done. That's how you become a winner. Because you see, I learned from the best. I learned from the best, like Ray Calitri and the A player himself. Woo! I'm such a roll.
What the hell was that, Angel? You know there's a right and wrong way to go about these things. Going and bending the rules and cheating with that stupid A player. What was that about?
Listen, Franklin, you're already on thin ice after what you pulled to me setting up on a date with that stupid barbarian.
You lost nothing in that. I paid for that entire escapade. But here's the thing. I have something to lose Friday, March 13th. My hair, no contract came across my desk. Nothing came to me about it. What is that about?
Listen, here, Franklin, on March 13th, you're not only going to lose that pretty little voice of yours, you're also going to lose that pretty little hair. Oh, Jesus, not again!
Thank you, Yusufer.
Yeah, let's keep in mind that Franklin Myers' hair is on the line March 13th.
I mean, that just shows you what the assistant is all about. Can't get it done in the ring, so he tries to beat up a ring announcer. A ring announcer who has enough guts to step into the ring completely out of his comfort zone. He's usually in there holding a microphone. This time he's in there with nothing in his hands, and if his team loses, he has to get his head shaved. But if Franklin's team wins, then the A player, Anthony, is gone from ISPW.
Yeah, so once again, the match is going to be Anthony, Angel Reyes, and the Renaissance man, lawyer Lee Petrie, against Joe Clean, Tiberius Asante, and Franklin Myers. And I think we saw Franklin Myers in the ring last year at the Hackettstown show in a similar type match, but the stakes were not as high. Now, if Anthony loses, or his team loses, he's fired from ISPW. And obviously, as you said, Franklin will lose his hair if his team loses. A couple other things I want to mention about this show, March 13th. There is a Barbarian Advisory Open Challenge that Yosifer is having. Don't know what that is. ISPW Light
That's
Heavyweight
an open challenge, Tom. That you see, that's when Yosifer comes out to the ring, has no idea who his opponent is. He has signed a contract for a match. To my knowledge, it has not been brought to my attention if anybody else has signed that contract yet. We may have to wait until March 13th to see who comes down that aisle, if anybody does.
Yeah, who would want to fight that stupid barbarian? That's why I don't understand. I'm more concerned about the girl he kidnapped 2 weeks ago after the dating game, and she has not been seen since anywhere but by Yosifer's side. I mean, why isn't anybody calling the Barbarian Advisory against him for kidnapping her? We also
would, but I lost the number.
We also have the now returning Vic Delicious and Hale Collins. They're returning back to ISPW for a rematch against Amish Country. Now, Amish Country, a couple weeks ago, we had Amish Mike on ISPW Weekly. He said because of the last time that the Amish Country showed up against the Now, they got into some trouble with their brethren, okay, the Amish, and they've been able to work things out. They are now back, and that can only mean that they're not going to be too happy about appearing in Hackettstown in front of their crowd that basically shunned them and told them that they didn't want them back. Also on the event,
and I'm
looks
sure
like
Amish Country will have Betsy the Chicken with them at ringside, as they always do.
Oh, at least a version of it, because they do have to eat. The ISPW Heavyweight Championship right now, as it stands, it says it's Vargas taking on Danny Moff, but we know that could be Ray Kalitri, possibly. It could also be
Yosifer.
It could be
Justin
Yusufer.
Carino.
Exactly.
Lot
It could
can,
be
lot
anyone.
can change this weekend. Card is always subject to change. I know who the champion is right now may not be the champion tomorrow. That's why you can never miss an event. You can never miss a show. If ISPW is anywhere near your town, make plans to get there. Grab your tickets from ISPWWrestling.com or AmishMike.com for the Hackettstown show on March the 13th.
And I want to say one thing about that show, March 13th. $20 tickets. Every ticket is $20 in Hackettstown. Okay, everyone's screaming and yelling about the high cost of going to see professional wrestling nowadays. Now's the time. You come to ISPW, you're going to get entertained for over 2 hours. It's $20. How can you not? Just going to round up this card before we call it a wrap tonight, Pat, and I thank you again for being here with us. Not only is Kurt Angle going to be here Friday the 13th, but Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Tito Santana will be back. And, of course, one match that I will be a part of March 13th. It'll be my women's champion, Tina San Antonio, putting her title on the line graciously because I was against this. Vicious Vicky Venuto. It's a Hackettstown street fight. So you can't mess around with a cowboy and a cowgirl, okay? I mean, that's what you got when you're with Toto with Tom and Tina San Antonio. So, Vicky, this might be your last chance to do anything in ISPW.
Well, Tina San Antonio did take the title from Vicious Vicky Venuto at Girl Power Pro Wrestling a few months back. That's where she won the title. So Vicious Vicky, climbing the ranks of women's wrestling in ISPW again, has earned herself a rematch for the championship. How she got it into a street fight, I have no idea, but I can't wait to see it.
Pat, thank you again for being on ISPW Weekly. It was episode 78. Huge show. Once again, Saturday and Sunday this week. We'll be back the following week on Wednesday to talk about what happened, and then we'll get ready for Friday the 13th in Hackettstown, New Jersey. Esmeralda, do something right and end the show properly.